Hi, welcome to the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and comment your thoughts and opinions on the stories. Let's get started. Am I the antagonist for locking my brother and his friends out of our family vacation home? My engagement ended 2 months ago, and I've been staying at my family's vacation home for the last month as I want to be alone. My brother and his friends, including my ex-fiancé, showed up unexpectedly a few days ago. I told them to leave, but my brother made an excuse about it being late and them having nowhere to go, so I agreed they could stay for one night. They all took that as a green light to enjoy the boys' trip they had planned. I asked my brother to leave repeatedly, but he wouldn't listen, and his only compromise was that they wouldn't come in the office area, which is where I spend most of my time. I was angry and upset, and the anger kept building. Eventually, when they all left the house, I decided to lock the doors from the inside so they couldn't get back in even with the key. When they kept knocking, I ignored them and my brother's phone calls. When I did eventually answer my brother, he was furious and we had a huge fight because I wouldn't agree to let them come back. Am I the antagonist? Now for the top comments. Your brother took your ex-fiancé. What the F? Of course you are anti-A. Everyone else are the assholes. Yeah. They're best friends. INFO. Your brother brought your ex-fiancé to his boys' party weekend at your family vacation house when you were staying there nursing a broken heart. 1. Has he always been such an ass? 2. WTAF, were your parents okay with this, or did he just show up? Obviously not the a-hole. My parents aren't okay with it. He tried to get them on his side when I wouldn't let them back in, and it didn't work. He just showed up and wasn't always an insensitive ass. Am I the antagonist for using my boyfriend's PS savings to buy a new camera? My 24F boyfriend 26 male asked if he could have my camera to take with him to the beach with his friends. I said no, but he took it anyway and didn't tell me. He then came home to tell me that it broke. I was furious because 1, I never gave him permission to take it, and 2, it's an expensive camera. I demanded that he pay me for a replacement, but he kept stalling saying he didn't have money. He has been saving up for a new PS after his old one broke. It was about $450 in total, so I took it and added about $80 to buy a new camera that was similar to my old one. He found out about it this morning and went off on me saying I shouldn't have touched his money that he worked so hard to save. I told him he broke my camera and was responsible for paying for a replacement. He yelled at me saying that what happened with him was all accidental, whereas what I did was on purpose and petty and theft as well. We had a big argument, and he had his friend come tell me how I fucked up by taking his money and acting sneaky about it. He's wanting his money back now and is pressuring me to return the camera, saying it's not as essential as the PS he was planning to buy. Now for the top comments. This doesn't sound like a healthy relationship. He'd go mad crazy if Op borrowed his PS without his consent and broke it. And what are his excuses about accidentally taking your expensive camera against your direct refusal and destroying it? He owes you a camera. Exactly. Op's boyfriend is accusing her of stealing the money, but he stole the camera. It doesn't matter if the breaking was accidental. It happened after the theft of the camera. Op taking the money is more than justified, and in this case repayment for the camera, not theft in my eyes. Am I the antagonist for expecting my grandchild to be picked up on time? I have a convoluted family structure with sons having more than one baby mama. That equals 6 grandchildren that have other siblings. I have always been a very hands-on grandma and involved in their lives. My youngest grandchild's father is deceased. The mother asks me to take the baby almost every weekend and then strands me with him. I'm well past child rearing age, have a full-time job, and have other responsibilities. Handicapped adult son. Every week I get pictures of the baby sent to me and then a request to take the baby, as apparently parenting now is a part-time job with weekends off. I'm not involved with the mom, and she treats me like a babysitter, not a grandparent. She doesn't involve me in any aspect of the baby's life or bring him around for holidays. Each time I'm told that she will drop off at X time and I tell her the time I need the baby picked up. At the last minute there is almost always a confusion of who is dropping the baby, and when pickup time comes, more confusion and pleas for me to keep him. Then I will end up having to change my plans to suit her schedule or return the baby myself. This weekend was the last straw. Baby was dropped off by a third party without enough supplies, and pickup was pushed from 1:00 to after 5:00. I took him home and advised mom that I'm not a babysitter, I'm a grandparent, and until she respects and treats me as such, I'm done with overnight visits. She says I'm being unreasonable as babies are a lot of work and she needs free time. Now for the top comments. NTA, she's taking advantage of you. Good on you to set boundaries. I can't believe she's so ungrateful for this service, normally thousands of dollars, that she won't even invite you on holidays. I have 3 sons. Pregnant with my 4th. Yes, it's hard. Yes, moms need a break. But every weekend? Absolutely not. And then, to have the audacity to not even respect pickup and drop off times? She is totally taking advantage, and now she can learn the hard way that treating people with such little respect has consequences, and she can kiss any free time goodbye. NTA, she doesn't want to be a mom. As much as it sucks, because you won't see your grandchild. Cut her off. I'm a new mom to a 3-5-month-old, and I would never treat my mother-in-law or mom like this. Being a parent isn't a part-time job. It's 24/7. 365 days a year. Don't worry, once the kid is 18 she can come back to her grandparents. It'll be a wait, but if the kids really love their grandma they'll never forget her. Am I the antagonist for not giving my sister alone time and saying she can leave? Throw away. I'm 26 and Anna is 30 BTW. My sister Anna lives in a different state. Used to with her husband, but got divorced last year and said she was feeling lonely and misses us. So she came over for 2 weeks. She wanted to spend a week at my place and a week at our mom's. But we eventually agreed on 4 days at mine. So Anna arrived a couple days ago and yesterday asked me if we could let her have some time to herself. She had caught up with an old friend and wanted to invite him over. So if me and my husband could give her a few hours in the evening. She said to go for a movie and she'd pay for the tickets. I told her no. We are not planning on going anywhere that night. Anna kept insisting that she needed some alone time and it was only a few hours. My husband overheard some of this. We were getting kinda loud, so he told her that she needs to stop pushing me and we won't be going anywhere. Anna got pretty mad and said we were being petty for the sake of it and didn't understand she was going through a hard time. I'd had enough. So I told her this is our house, not hers, and if she has an issue, she's free to leave. We didn't talk for a bit after that, but later she said she talked to mom and is going over to her place earlier, as it's obvious I don't want her around, and left last night. Was I just being difficult? Am I the antagonist? Now for the top comments. NTA, if she wants alone time to presumably bring over her new friend to have adult time, then she can be an adult and get a hotel room like everyone else. Or go to the friend's place. Which makes me think, if they can't go to the friends and can't go to a hotel, then it's probably someone who they shouldn't be fucking anyway. Don't need that in their home. NTA, if she wants to shag, which is obviously what she was getting at, she can get a motel room. My first thought too. Am I the antagonist for not wanting to meet my BO son? I, 34 male, donated sperm for my friend and her wife, both 9 years ago. The deal was I'm nothing but a sperm donor. We have everything in writing. They had their baby boy. Sent me a picture. I congratulated them, and then I just saw the baby pics on social media, and in holiday cards all the friends got. I moved to another state soon after the kid was born. So I never saw him apart from the baby coming home party a bunch of friends threw when he was born. A few months ago I moved back into my hometown, where I used to live before I moved, and when these friends found out, they contacted me and said the kid wants to meet me as his father. I told them I haven't changed my mind and don't want to be anyone's father. They said they have showed him my pics over the years and told him all about his dad and that he is excited to meet me. I told them they shouldn't have done that because that was not our deal. They said I'm an awful disappointing and AITA boy and all he wants is to get to know his father. Also they don't want any money or anything like that from me. AITA here. Now for the top comments. NTA. But you should probably contact a lawyer. In case the message exchange was meant to document the kid's BO dad. I will find a lawyer. Thank you. NTA you all agreed on it and put it in writing. You were just the sperm donor. Nothing more. While you may be his biological father, you haven't been in his life to be considered his dad. You have every right to not want to meet him. None of which means a damn thing if what they are really after is child support. Am I the antagonist for giving my friend a negative referral for his job application? A few months ago my 19 male so-called best friend 19 male abruptly cut all contact with me after I opened up about mental health issues to him. Prior to this, we have never discussed anything mental health related, and it took a lot of courage for me to open up. I tried my absolute best not to trauma dump. I respected his boundaries and pretty much just told him that all I wanted to do was to get it off my chest and that I didn't expect him to go out of his way to do anything for me or to give me any special treatment. Despite this, he completely stopped responding to my messages for the next 2 months, and I found out from another friend of mine that he decided to cut me off because he apparently saw me as a potential liability, as a very career-driven person, and I guess he somehow saw my depression as a potential roadblock to him succeeding. This caused me to fall into an even deeper depressive state, which I'm still currently in as I'm writing this. However, last night he called me after months of no contact and told me he was applying for an internship and didn't have enough references, so he put my name and number down as his former manager, which is a lie, and told me to just pretend to be his ex-manager at his old job in case I received a phone call. In the moment I was furious and shocked at his audacity to ask me for favors after how he betrayed me, but I held it in and told him that I would help out. Sure enough, I received the call this morning from the firm that he was applying for, and I straight up just told them he was lying and only put my number down because he couldn't find any other references. I told them that he is a compulsive liar and that they shouldn't trust him. Now for the top comments. NTA that's funny F. You told the truth and he deserved it. It's super cute how the friend was like, yep, you're gonna be too much of a liability to my job prospects, and then manifested that exact situation. NTA. He cut you off then wants a favor. LMAO. NTA all you did was tell the truth about someone who used you when things got tough. He's tar. I hope you can pull through. I'm here if you need to talk.